Hi, this is Josh with Resort TV 1, and today we're taking you on a full tour of Disney's Contemporary Resort, both the main tower and Bay Lake Tower. We hope you enjoyed the video. And it has been about 7 years since we've done a tour of this resort, so we thought it was time to do some updates. If you want to see that first video and see what's changed between now and then, I'll link it in the description down below. But with that being said, let's get started with the tour.
We are traveling to Disney's Contemporary Resort. We are approaching Disney's Contemporary Resort, where on the Grand Canyon Concourse you can start your day with Chef Mickey's Character Breakfast. For a panoramic view of Walt Disney World, the California Grill, located on the 15th floor, offers an exquisite array of fine dining experiences, with each meal prepared on stage as a specialty of the house. This is Disney's Contemporary Resort. If you are exiting, please watch your head and step. Please assist small children by the hand.
Now, just to give you a little lay of the land, I'm way out front right now, and this is the main tower, and next to it is Bay Lake Tower. And of course, Bay Lake Tower is the newer of the two, and it is the Disney Vacation Club, or what we call the DVC resort part of this property. And another important part of this resort is that it serves as a convention center as well. So here is part of the Contemporary Resort Convention Center. So we'll do a little tour of that as well, and that has some history behind it with some famous things happening there, and we'll talk about that a little bit as we go. And you might be wondering already, if you haven't been here, what is that place on the top there? It looks like, you know, something unique, maybe a lounge or something. That's actually a restaurant. It's Disney's California Grill restaurant, a really exclusive restaurant with beautiful views of the Magic Kingdom directly behind me. But let's go in the lobby and check out the rest of the resort. Before we go in, I want to point out two things. First of all, the trash cans are themed. That's kind of cool. You don't see that everywhere. And then also we've got the hidden Mickey in the flower arrangement here. And one interesting fact about this building, it is an A-frame concrete structure. And the A-frame was constructed first, and then the rooms were added later as they were designed and put in by a crane in a modular format. So they can actually be taken in and taken out at any time, even though they haven't ever been taken out. They are modular, and they were assembled separately from the resort itself, which is pretty cool. And right here at the front is, of course, the porta cochere, where cars pull up and you can get your luggage unloaded, get transportation, and all of those important things. But of course, this resort is probably best known for the monorails that slide in and out of it several times a day. It's a pretty cool site, pretty unique, something you don't see in a lot of places. And as you can see, there are two monorail lines. On the left here is the express line, which goes directly between the Transportation and Ticket Center and the Magic Kingdom, and on the right is the resort line, which actually stops at all of these Magic Kingdom monorail resorts, including this one. It also stops at the Transportation and Ticket Center, the Polynesian Resort, the Grand Floridian, and of course the Magic Kingdom. So transportation is very convenient from this resort. And also over here is the bus stop. So you can see that bus is going to Hollywood Studios. So you can get your bus over here, or you can get your monorail if you're going to Magic Kingdom or Epcot. And just for reference, if you're wondering where the bus stop is, it's just to the right as you're heading out of the main lobby area. But let's head into the main lobby area and take a look around. So these are the main entry doors, and they have that iconic carpet with the monorail coming out of the building here, which is so cool. So let's go inside. And if you look at our earlier video, you can tell this lobby has been seriously renovated. Lots of changes. First of all, we've got Joffrey's Coffee here, which is a bonus for anybody staying here. And you can see that one way to the convention center is right through those doors. But then the biggest change is some of the artwork and things. You've got Mary Blair inspired artwork all over the place here that matches some of the artwork that I'll show you later, right by the monorail loading area and the Grand Canyon Concourse. Now, speaking of the Grand Canyon Concourse, this resort is laid out in kind of a unique way. There isn't a lot here on the main floor. On the main floor, you've got check-in, and you've got, you know, your luggage, your concierge, all that stuff, waiting areas, things like that. Your bell services over here. So all those things are here just like you'd expect. There's also Steakhouse 71. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. But most of the resort's amenities are located on the fourth floor, the Grand Canyon Concourse. So if you get in here on the first floor and you're wondering, where is everything? It's actually on the fourth floor of the Grand Canyon Concourse. Take a look at this artwork here. It's really cool. You can see kind of inspired by the A-frame nature of the building. All the furniture is very modern. It's almost like 70s, 80s with a modern twist. I like it a lot. If you know a better name for the style, leave it in the comments down below. One of my favorite parts though of the remodel is all of the artwork that they've done here by the check-in desk and everywhere else. There's also a lot of cool places to sit and just relax while you wait to check in, or while you just wait for your bus or your ride or whatever it is. This is artwork of kind of what it looked like when it opened. This resort's undergone a lot of changes, but it still retains the contemporary feel, which is really, really nice. Again, more artwork over here. And there's Steakhouse 71. Here's another look at the lounge area from the other direction. I just love the modern feel of it. They've actually updated it to make it still seem modern. There's also a nice little area for the kids to enjoy some TV, which is great. And here we have the escalators and stairs to the Grand Canyon Concourse, America's Level, Convention Center, restaurants, shops, Chef Mickey's, all that stuff. And of course the monorail is up there on that 4th floor as well. Technically the monorail's on the 5th floor, but we'll get to that. And you've got restrooms over here, but one of my favorite things that they added after this remodel, like I said, are some of the pictures, but this one is really cool. If I can kind of get to the side here where you can see it, aside from the glare, of course, a construction shot of this amazing, amazing building. And you can see the steel work is in place and they hadn't poured the concrete yet, but wow, you can even see some of the monorail supports were being constructed. And of course, the Seven Seas Lagoon looked like it was basically finished, but you can also see that there really isn't much else there. Of course, there's no Grand Floridian or anything else. Polynesian would have probably been under construction, but it would have been more down this direction off the end of the picture. So let's go check out Steakhouse 71 just a little bit. I've actually not eaten here, but I've heard it's really, really great. You can see the iconic picture of Walt and the Florida project. So cool. Monorail beam with Roy standing there. It's pretty cool. And there's Walt and I believe Card Walker and Roy to the left. And there's Roy and several others. I'm not exactly sure. I think somebody on the live stream told me who the other gentlemen are, but it's pretty awesome. And you can see some Imagineering work and things like that. Also Mary Blair here, who's famous for doing so much of the artwork around A Small World and this area and this resort as well. You can see they're looking at some of that artwork right there. So a lot of really, really cool pictures here. Here is Magic Kingdom under construction. It's pretty amazing. And here's some of the earlier days of Magic Kingdom. You've got the Skyway over there, which didn't last too long, but it's a really cool memory if you got to experience it. There's Roy and Mickey and the gang, probably on opening day. And you've got a few other pictures of the train. I believe Roy giving his opening day speech, and then here is the giant opening day festivities of Magic Kingdom, just next door. This is technically the closest resort to the Magic Kingdom. Now here is the interior, and I won't go through the whole resort, through the whole restaurant, but this is the waiting area, and it looks amazing. So it's an awesome place. So definitely check it out. There's another little waiting area. Again, the artwork is absolutely stunning. I love this one as a People Mover fan. That's pretty awesome. This is the dining room. You can see the castle artwork at the back there. Really, really nice. Very intimate setting. Great food. So here's some concept art over here that looks like it might be like some early People Mover concepts. Maybe some stuff for the World's Fair. I'm not sure, but it's really neat. That is a really neat place. I'm glad they updated it with all of the new pictures and things. It's just really made this resort a historical showplace for the whole Disney area here, since it was the first resort to open here. And we'll take the escalator up to the 2nd floor and show you the Convention Center area. And you can see the directory here. You can go around the corner here to the escalator to the 4th floor, or you can do, this is the America's Level, banquet, meeting rooms, and Convention Center. As I understand it, there's not a convention going on right now, so everything here is pretty empty, except over here is the check-in area for the California Grill and the elevators that go up there. And these are also the main elevators for the resort, but there's a special elevator here that goes to the California Grill. And here's some footage of the upstairs area of the California Grill. This is actually one of the private rooms that we were able to visit during one of the media events we did for the Tron opening. And as you can see, you get some amazing views from just outside the window, whether you're in the private room or whether you're in the main dining room. It's just absolutely incredible, those views of the Magic Kingdom there. And you can see Bay Lake Tower just across the way, which is nice. There are 2 viewing balconies to spread everybody out. You have plenty of room for everybody. And as the sun goes down, you're treated to an amazing view. This is a shot from the main dining room. Sorry, I don't have a little better view of it, but really breathtaking views all around the entire restaurant. And here we are walking along one of the main balconies and looking again at a sunset view of the Magic Kingdom. So amazing. And of course, after sunset, you'll be treated to an absolutely astounding fireworks view of Magic Kingdom fireworks happily ever after every single night. It's really worth booking a later dinner time to be able to go out and watch these fireworks after dinner. So incredible. So let's check out the convention center in a little bit. First of all, this is a great place to relax and cool off. There's a lot of space over here. So if there's not actually a convention, there's a lot of just sitting areas and places to just relax, spread out, and cool off. This is Ballroom of the Americas. And Ballroom of the Americas was famous because it was where Richard Nixon gave his "I'm not a crook" speech. So you can look that up and verify it, but that happened right here at Disney's Contemporary Resort in the Ballroom of the Americas, which is the main large ballroom here. And a lot of conventions have gone on here. They've had various versions of D23, not the main one in Anaheim, but they do have the Florida version here, which is cool. But really neat to have a convention space this large, so close to the Magic Kingdom. And everything's themed so well. It's really nice. So coming around the corner, adjacent to the Ballroom of the Americas, that is still here on my left, we can walk down the hall to some of the other areas of the convention center. And this was a later addition. The Ballroom of the Americas was the first location that was added to the convention center, and then the other ballrooms were added later. As you can see, people taking advantage of the nice place to cool down and relax a little bit here. So now coming back the other direction, we can explore the rest of the convention center area. Again, we're back here at the California Grill check-in area, and we'll just go around the escalators and we can join up with the newer part of the convention center. First of all, there is an exit from this second floor that goes outside. Beautiful view out here, and that's Bay Lake just beyond those trees, and of course the pool and everything, and we will explore that a little bit later in the video. There you can see a sign for some of the things that are over here, and this is the Disney Institute Grand Republic Ballroom. And this is the second set of escalators that goes up to the 4th floor, Grand Canyon Concourse, monorail, Chef Mickey's, shops, arcade, all that stuff. But let's go over here and we'll check out the rest of the convention center. So along this walkway, there are bigger ballrooms like the Grand Republic on the right and smaller meeting rooms that you can rent as well. And there's a lot of those little smaller rooms. If you have a smaller event, you can rent one of those, or if you have a larger event, you can rent everything. So it's pretty flexible in that regard, like a lot of convention centers. And of course, this was designed in the 70s, and you can really tell, but you can also tell just a huge effort to update things. So it's really nice. And we're still kind of coming past the Grand Republic Ballroom. But at this stage, you would go downstairs to the rest of the convention center, but we'll go see it from up here. There's kind of a little balcony over here that's neat. This little bridge here is cool. It's got like windowed glass in the bottom here. You can kind of see, if you look over here to the right, that we're now no longer in the main A-frame building anymore. We're in this newer addition. So over here, we have Sorcerer's Apprentice and Fantasia ballrooms. We've had some media events in some of those, which is really nice. This is usually where you get dropped off. You can kind of see here, there's actually a loading and unloading area where there's buses where we showed earlier in the video. And as we come out here on the balcony, you can see really big area in front of the Fantasia ballroom, which I believe is now the largest ballroom in the convention center. And generally, when you come for a convention, you'll check in at that desk right down there. There's a lounge just beyond that, and a place where sometimes they have food and all kinds of things. So don't want to go too in-depth on the convention center, but just thought I'd show it, just to show what a nice venue it is. All right, so we're gonna go upstairs to the 4th floor, check out the Grand Canyon Concourse, monorail, shops, restaurants, all the things are up here. And you can see as we look up, we are now in the main large atrium of the A-frame building. Just such a cool reveal here as we go up the escalator. I love sharing this with people. It's really striking when you come up here. A lot of natural light, skylights, huge windows at either end, monorails coming through. It's a really magical place. And as we come out into the main area, you can see the Fantasia shop there, which is a little bit newer. Definitely wasn't here originally. Maybe the 90s was when that came in, or late 90s, but yeah. So you can see balconies where people can go into their rooms there on either side, and these have all been redone with the Incredibles theme. I'll have to get a tour of those. I don't have a tour of the tower rooms. I do have a tour of Bay Lake Tower. So I don't have a tour of the main tower rooms, but I do have Bay Lake Tower tours that we'll show you a little bit later in the video. But this is that Mary Blair artwork we were talking about. It's just absolutely stunning, beautiful in this concourse area. There's also a lounge at those windows at the top. I believe that's the concierge lounge. Yeah, really great artwork for sure. And on the other side we have Contempo Cafe, Chef Mickey's, and the Outer Rim Ball. But let's start, or Outer Rim Bar I should say, but let's start with the shops. This is BVG. I think it stands for Bay Villa Gifts or something like that. Bayview Gifts, maybe that's what it is. So this is more your apparel and clothing and all that stuff. And also a little bakery. So you get some sweet treats here, some awesome artwork of Mickey and Minnie. Hello. Good. It looks amazing.
All the goodies.
Yes. Are those like snickerdoodle Mickey ears? Is that what those are?
They're actually churro cookies.
Churro cookies.
So it's the sugar
That's even better.
with cinnamon sugar icing.
Wow, that's incredible. So much good stuff.
Yes.
You can see a lot of the different clothing items and stuff here. And what I really like is the way that they've kind of integrated this. It looks like there's a ceiling, but there's actually not. So it kind of separates it from the rest of the resort with this kind of false ceiling here, but it actually doesn't have a ceiling. It's just completely open. It's just kind of divided from the rest of the resort here. You see more of the great artwork. Really a great unifying theme all the way from the downstairs main lobby all the way up into these shops and the Mary Blair artwork everywhere. Very unified theming. And I'm filming this on June 9th, 2024, and today is Donald's 90th birthday, so that's really special. Donald is awesome. As a kid, I wore a Donald hat on a lot of our trips here to Walt Disney World. We never stayed at Contemporary. We did stay at Polynesian a couple times, but never stayed at Contemporary. So let's go into Fantasia here. This is more the toy store and gift store. There's so much good stuff here. Lots of great things. I always say I wish they'd had these monorail and bus toys when I was a kid. So cool, even tram toys. They even got railroad, monorail, anything you can think of. Castle play sets. And you've got the Fantasia theme with the brooms and buckets up there, so cool. But overall, it's just a beautiful place to shop. I mean, you've got this multi-story ceiling above you. Again, beautiful natural light coming through, at least in the daytime. And a lot of great things to shop for. And you've got the pin section, which is quite extensive here in this shop. Huge selection. Sorry to any pin fans here. I'm not very knowledgeable on that. Jen is more knowledgeable on those types of things. And here's the other side of the shop. I'm not going to go over all the merch, obviously. It's not really a shopping video, but just to show you kind of an overview of what the shops have. And here is a really great balcony where you can watch fireworks. We'll go out there here in just a minute. And you can see a great view of Bay Lake Tower, which we will also tour in this video. So here's Fantasia Market. And this is more your place to get groceries and goods and things like that. You've got cookware, you've got different types of candy, all kinds of stuff. You can even get frozen dishes. There's a freezer section, milk, anything you want, because you do have the, of course, kitchens and stuff in the Bay Lake Tower. So you even have a little medicine section over there. Nothing too elaborate, but just a few things. They've even got frozen pizza, so you can be like on this Carousel of Progress and microwave frozen pizza for dinner. I'll tell you, it never gets old watching the monorail slide through this building every couple minutes. And here's another important tip. If you need a fuel rod portable charger, I would advise bringing your own, but if you don't have one and you're in a pinch, this is a great option, and this is right next to the Fantasia store. Everybody always wants to know if there's an arcade, and indeed, there's a really, really nice arcade here at Contemporary. Now, this arcade used to be the largest on Disney property. It's still pretty big, but it has been shrunk a little bit to add that store that we were just in with all the toiletries and stuff at the end there. Not toiletries, sorry, food items and things. They've got everything from pinball to Pac-Man, skee-ball, anything you can think of, Galaga. It's a really, really nice arcade. It's worth spending a few minutes in, especially in the heat of the day. It's a great way to give the kids a break. I always advocate taking a break from the parks in the middle of the day if you can, because it's just great to get out of the heat for a little bit. And kids love video games, so this is highly recommended to come over here, have some family fun, get out of the sun, and then you'll be refreshed and ready to go for a little later. This way you can rest, stay in the AC, stay out of the sun, and still keep the kids active, because, you know, if kids lay around too long in the hotel room, the grown-ups love that, but the kids are like, I'm bored, I want to do something. Well, here you go. There's even chairs and stuff for moms and dads to sit in while the kids play and have fun. Also, you can play the world's largest Pac-Man, so that's pretty cool. And massage chairs for mom and dad, which is fun. Here's another one. You can take a great nap there. So just as a point of reference, we're back next to the main Mary Blair mural, and we're going to head around to the other side of this 4th floor Grand Canyon Concourse here. First of all, I have to take you over here to the left. There's some amazing views of Bay Lake over here. So here you go. You can see the marina down there. You can get a fireworks cruise down there. You can also get a boat to Wilderness Lodge, Magic Kingdom, or Fort Wilderness, I believe. So you can see Bay Lake, and then even over here is Discovery Island. Really cool. And the pool, of course. And again, there is a full-size window on the other side, which is really, really awesome. And more amazing Mary Blair artwork. Now, on the other side of this tower, in the middle of the tower here, is the legendary 5-legged goat. Mary Blair painted a 5-legged goat because she wanted to show that nature is never perfect. So if I can get over there later as I'm showing the monorails, I will show that 5-legged goat. So here's the entrance to Chef Mickey's. If you want to come in here and say hi to Mickey and the gang, this is where you do that, Chef Mickey's. Here's Outer Rim. It's a nice bar and place for everybody to relax. Really nice place in the evening. Again, with great views of Bay Lake. And because the building is an A-frame, this is one of my favorite little touches. You actually can walk through here. It's a little bit narrow, but it's just kind of fun because the building's got these A-frame supports. So just barely enough room for one person to walk through. Super fun. And I kind of passed over this earlier. Contempo Cafe is the main restaurant, counter service, food court type restaurant here at Contemporary. It's not really a food court, so it doesn't have multiple restaurants, but it does have lots of different types of food, and it is counter service. So that is nice if you don't want to do a table service place and don't have that kind of time. You just want something quick in the morning or for a lunch snack or even for dinner. You can come over here to Contempo Cafe, and they've got a great menu of all kinds of different things. And there's also another Mary Blair mural on the other side of this tower in the middle of the tower here. Basically a support tower with some elevators and stairs and other things in it that are important. And this is one of my favorite places to eat, honestly, because you get the monorails coming by the whole time. It's just kind of peaceful. It actually does shake the restaurant a little bit when you're sitting down. You can feel them shake it, but it's still kind of cool. You can get your drink refill cups and all that. You can pay one price. I don't know what it is now, but you can pay one price and refill your drinks for the entire stay. So that's kind of cool. There you can see Chef Mickey's, the actual restaurant over there. So you can do mobile order on the My Disney Experience app. But here is an overview of some of the entrees that you can get. And there are additional items. There's also an allergy menu that's on the app or available on request as well. Here's a little better view of some of the items available a la carte in this area as well. Here's some additional menu items. They do have some great flatbreads, salads, all kinds of different things, and of course kids meals. So we're back on the other end of the resort towards Bay Lake Tower. By the way, I have to point out the neon Mickeys over here. This is super fun. So we're gonna head out onto this balcony and show you a great place to watch fireworks. Here you can see a directory of the resort. I know there's a little glare there. Now this path goes out to the balcony where the monorails are going by all the time, which is awesome. Goes right to the Magic Kingdom from here. You can see it goes right around by Space Mountain. But also, this is a walkway to Bay Lake Tower, and we'll check that out here in just a minute. But this is one of my favorite balconies. You can see it has a great castle view and a great view of Bay Lake Tower as well. So this is a wonderful place to watch the Happily Ever After fireworks, or whatever fireworks are going on, even if it's the Halloween or Christmas fireworks, whatever it is, it's a great place to watch them. Now, I wouldn't watch them from this side because you're going to be blocked somewhat by the monorail track. So you can see there's a seating area over here, but that does fill up quickly. So I'll show you another option in just a second. But if you can get here early enough and you don't mind waiting, this is a great option right here. And again, what a great view of the Magic Kingdom from here. Something a lot of people don't get to see if you're not staying here. Just make sure you're on the other side of the monorail track so that you can see all of the fireworks. And if you're wondering, can I hear the music? Yes, they pipe the music in on the speakers right here at the Contemporary, so you'll be able to hear the music perfectly. But if you don't want to wait as long for those prime seats there, or if you just want a different view away from some of the people, you can go up on one of these balconies. And we usually go almost all the way up to the top. In fact, you can go up to the top if you want to, but you can even just go up a couple floors and it looks pretty good. Just for you, I walked up to the 7th floor here, just a few floors up, and you can see that even from the 7th floor, there's a spectacular view and you can still hear the music. So that's awesome. Now, of course, if you're staying at Bay Lake Tower, they have the Top of the World Lounge, and that's for DVC members only. And of course, there's all kinds of requirements for that. Won't go over those in this video. Oh, it's a monorail crossing. I have to show that. Always cool when the monorails cross. Doesn't happen all the time. So, just so amazing. I will show some footage of Top of the World Lounge so you can see what that looks like from one of our previous videos. And here's a look at the Top of the World Lounge. This was during a media preview we had of the Villains Lair event they have there now on select nights. And you can see they've got the whole place themed with villains and things like that, all the villains, paintings on the walls and stuff. There's the Wicked Witch with the apple, which is so cool. But the whole place, even without the villains overlay, is just so amazing. It's so cozy, great places to sit, just very inviting and warm, even with the villains overlay. And it's just a great place to come and hang out, and the food is absolutely outstanding as well. And here's the Villains Lair menu there. We had a whole video about this, but the best thing about the Top of the World Lounge is the incredible view. It's actually even a better view of the fireworks than it is from the Contemporary, just by a little bit. Now here it was a very cloudy, rainy night, so we didn't get the best view, but on a regular clear night, it's absolutely outstanding. All right, so let's head over to Bay Lake Tower. Welcome home, Disney Vacation members. So if you are staying at Bay Lake Tower and you just got off the monorail, you would come over this way and you would be able to get to your room. And of course, again, gorgeous views. We'll go out and check out the grounds here in just a couple minutes. But this is a great bird's eye view of that entire area. It's really, really nice. Manicured landscaping and hidden Mickeys all over the place. And again, beautiful views of Bay Lake. And this is actually a decent place to watch fireworks as well. Just kind of has an obscured castle view. You can also see the porte cochere down there for Bay Lake Tower, and it has its own parking lot as well, right in front of Tron actually. So if you're staying here, that's where you park. There's another parking lot, of course, that you could see earlier in the video for the main tower. You can also see one of the boats there that takes you from resort to resort and also to the Magic Kingdom. As we get a little further down the bridge here, the views get a little bit better, so that's nice. We'll head inside the building. And again, this is Vacation Club. But of course, you can use one of our awesome sponsors to rent a room here. David's DVC Rentals, dvcrequest.com/TV if you want to rent a room here, even if you're not a member. But you can also see by the elevator that this is the 5th floor. So that's what's a little bit confusing here, is that the monorail, at least where you get to security to get on the monorail, is on the actual 4th floor of the main tower. And here it's on the 5th floor, so that gets a little confusing. You can see the courtyard. It looks like the water slide is under construction down there. But just remember, if you're staying here, the 5th floor is where you need to go to get over to the main tower and to the monorail. And you can see how some of the rooms look. There's an open house there. You can actually check out some of the rooms here if you want. In fact, now that we're in the building, we'll take a second to show you what the rooms look like here. So here we are in the 2-bedroom, and we'll just start out going to the left. We've got 2 queen-size beds in here. Very, very nice. The artwork is really nice. It's very modern, contemporary. It's not quite Picasso, but it's got that kind of same color style. You've got a table with 2 chairs here, and of course, TV and dresser, place to put your clothes. It's very spacious too. There's a lot of room in here to maneuver around, a lot of room to put your suitcases, things like that. Got your phone and your nightstand. I don't see any charging ports, but there's plenty of outlets around. And you've got a balcony. So here we are out on the balcony. This is one of 2 balconies for this room. Got a couple chairs there and a table. And this one is a Bay Lake view room. So it's not a theme park view room. You can get one or the other, but it's a gorgeous view of Bay Lake here. And you can see some of Orlando actually downtown there, just on the horizon. If you look really closely, you can see downtown right there in the middle, and the Orlando Eye right over there. So it's pretty cool. It's a neat view for sure. Back in the room, switch to a wide angle view just to make it a little easier to see all the details around here. Got some closets. So plenty of space for your clothes and luggage here. And even another closet here. And here is one of the bathrooms. Not the master, this is the standard bathroom. Hello. It's got a tub and shower combo, toilet, whole thing. But you actually do, I see, get the separate bottles of shampoo and soap, which is nice. You can hear the boats out there too, that's cool. So now let's go out here and we'll check out a couple other things. First of all, there's another bathroom in here and shower as well. So there you go. So this is just right inside the door. So just to give you the lay of the land again, this is the front door. And you've got another little bathroom here, so that's pretty cool. Definitely plenty of bathrooms for the whole family to get ready in the mornings. That makes it go a lot faster with a lot less frustration. And here is the main living area. Really, really nice, very spacious. You've got this kind of breakfast nook booth area, which is cool. It's kind of the main table for the place. And it looks like it would seat probably 6 comfortably. And you could pull up chairs if you needed more. That's the contemporary, the monorail, and Bay Lake Tower right there. It's pretty neat artwork. And here's a look at the kitchen. Very modern appliances and what looks like granite countertops. And it's a full kitchen. You've got everything. You've even got a dishwasher, a stove, a microwave, refrigerator. So everything you need. If you want to cook dinner in the room, you got it. You can do it. Full kitchen. Of course, all of the silverware, glasses, plates, servingware, everything you need is in all of the cabinets. And this island here is nice too. Just a little place to put stuff down, prepare things, and just get ready for your day. So that's pretty nice. I also like the Space Mountain artwork over here. That's pretty fun. And then you've got the main TV, which is really, really big and very, very nice. Then you've got a window over here behind these chairs. Again, looking out to the same view on Bay Lake. And it looks like this is a bed too. And here is the other balcony. It actually comes out from the master bedroom, but you can also access it from the main living area. So here's the laundry facility. So again, this is totally a home away from home. You can do all your laundry here, and there's plenty of space too. You've got a laundry basket and some shelves if you have laundry you're working on or something like that and you just want to put it on a rack to dry or hang it up over there. That works really, really well. But here's the master bedroom. But first, let's check out the master bathroom. So you can see a really nice jacuzzi there. And actually this opens up into the room, which is pretty cool. It opens up into the master bedroom itself. Really nice big sink area. And then you've got also a shower in here. And it's a much larger shower with a seat in it, which is nice. Got the head on top there on the ceiling, which is always a nice bonus. And going back out into the master bedroom, of course, there's a TV, little dresser area, place to put your suitcase right there, which is nice. And then, of course, a king-size bed for the master bedroom. And some really cool artwork there with Mickey and Minnie and Goofy there. And then, of course, outside on the balcony, it's a beautiful day on Bay Lake. Here we are outside again. You can hear the boats in the distance. And back inside the room. See, there's a lot of space for the whole family. Really great place to stay. Let's check out this closet. I believe that's the last of all of the closets here. There you've got a safe. If you want to put some valuables in there, you can do that. And more places to hang your clothes. And this room actually sleeps 9 people. It's more than a lot of the 2-bedroom rooms that they have in DVC. So that's really, really nice. So you've got 4 in the first bedroom that I showed, 2 in the master, 2 over here on the pull-out couch, and 1 on the pull-out chair here. So a total of 9. And if you're wondering, this is just a long hallway that goes around in a half circle. So it just kind of keeps going. You can see the signs, trash and monorail there, and another view of outside. And just behind me, there's another set of elevators. So there are elevators on each end, and I believe in the middle as well. And again, a great view of Magic Kingdom.
Going down.
Take the elevator down. She always sounds so sad when she says going down. So here is a little overview of the Top of the World Lounge Villain's Lair, a bookable experience. So that's pretty cool. We actually went to that with the media night at that event. We showed you some footage of that earlier, but here's a couple more clips of the Villain's Lair there. It's just such a neat experience. And we just had a lot of fun doing it. Honestly, it was one of the best things we've done for a long time here. It's just really an incredible place. You get that great fireworks view and also amazing experiences with the villains. And you know, we don't have a lot of villain exclusive events, so it was really a lot of fun, and I'm really glad that we got to do it. So I would highly recommend it if you have the chance to do it. So now we're on the first floor, and before we go outside and check out all of the outdoor things, we'll head down to the main lobby, community hall, and all of those parts of the resort. There is laundry right here on the first floor. And of course, the lobby is not as big here because the main lobby, of course, is in the main tower. So here's the main lobby. Really, really nice. The palm trees and the crystal there and the chandelier, very nice. And of course, much newer than the main tower, but it matches very nicely just the same. You can see the south elevator, Skyway Bridge, all kinds of things. And this is the main entrance here. I didn't come in that way because I came in the bridge, but that's where it is if you're trying to get out to the parking lot. So there you go. Concierge, front desk, check-ins, all those things that you might need are here in this space. And you can see what kind of recreational activities they have here for our Vacation Club members. And just adjacent to the lobby, you've got restrooms, you've got a mailbox if you need one, water bottle filling station, which is important, and a little vending machine here. And here is the community hall. It's a really great place for DVC members to enjoy, do activities and all kinds of things. It's a really, really great space. Very, very nice, lots of fun. So as you might imagine, most of that building is rooms, as it should be. So there's not a lot to show there besides the lobby, the community hall, and the Top of the World Lounge. But there is this really, really nice courtyard area. A lot of really great just places to relax and hang out when it's not too hot. I love the giant Connect 4 board right here, and especially that it's like non-standard colors. That's pretty cool. This fountain is really nice here. And you can kind of get a sense of what the building looks like from the backside of tower. Show you a little wider angle there. So the pool is still open, just the slides are closed, and I'll give you a very quick overview of the pool. Not anything super exciting, but it is a nice pool. They've got changing rooms, restrooms, and all that over there on the right, plus a little bar, snack bar type thing. And here is the entrance, and you can see that it's currently closed for refurbishment, but it is a really, really neat place. And I can show you from a previous video what it looks like. So there you go. And from here, we'll take a journey over to the main tower side of things. Beautiful blooming tree there, right in front of the main tower. Beautiful day we have this summer. Birds chirping, sun shining, and a great place for a walk. And you can see the marina over there with the pontoon boats that they use for the fireworks cruises. And you can see some of the grounds that I was showing from up above earlier, now from ground level. Again, nicely manicured landscaping and just really beautiful areas to relax and enjoy. Here's the fire pit. If you would like to roast some marshmallows at the campfire they have here, most nights, weather permitting, this is the place. And a pretty decent size seating area there under the shade tree, which is nice. And there's the other side of those stairways I showed earlier. There's a couple different stairways that'll take you up to the second floor convention center. So if you're at a convention and you want to just get some fresh air, you can come down the stairs here directly and get some fresh air. And as you can see, there's also an entry and exit from the main lobby on this side as well. It's another Mickey in the landscaping, and a really cool Mickey made of metal. Super nice place for photos and just to kind of hang out and enjoy the artwork. And then a giant checkerboard. And here's the walkway out to the boat launch area. If you want to catch a boat, rent a boat, or anything in between, this is the spot. There's also a little bar, snack bar type thing down here. You can also watch the electrical water pageant every night, weather permitting. And you can see the water slide, splash pad, pool area, all kinds of cool stuff. And just beyond that, you can see the garden view rooms. So those are actually rooms I hadn't talked about yet. These are older rooms. They used to have them on the other side, but Bay Lake Tower is now in place of that. But the garden view rooms are a little bit different. They're older and they're actually less expensive. And you can see the pool and actually a ferry boat. They actually hold the ferry boats over on Bay Lake Tower there, and so they bring them over across. I'll give you a little closer look at the garden view rooms here. Again, these are still really nice. They just call them garden rooms, I'm sorry. But either way, they're really nice. It's another option for staying at this amazing resort. And still peaceful and still very close to all the amenities that this resort has to offer. And you can see they're just adjacent to the pool. So you've got really easy access to the pool and Bay Lake and all the watercraft and everything else. So that's a really nice aspect of this. And here we are inside the garden room building, just to show you what it looks like here. Nice and quiet and still very modern and up to date. So even if the building looks a little older, on the outside the rooms are still really, really nice and very, very well kept and modern, remodeled, all that stuff. And here you can see what the hallway used to look like from a previous video we did back in 2019. So I think the current version of the hallway is definitely an upgrade, even though this looks nice as well. So let's take a look inside the room. See, the bathroom's really nice with lighted vanities there on the mirrors, and also the shower pattern looks nice. That's a neat door, very contemporary with the glass in there, the translucent glass. It's got 2 sinks, of course, and plenty of storage area below the sinks for your toiletries and things like that. And then you've got your towel storage there on the racks. And here's a look at the rest of the room. Here's Mom and Dad. This is from 2019, I believe. And so the rooms might have been updated slightly since 2019, but you get the idea for the layout and the general contemporary feel and vibe for the room itself. You can see there's a really nice glass top desk there and a very cool contemporary looking chair. Even the artwork is kind of contemporary. So just really, really nice styling throughout the room itself. So not a complete full room tour, but just to give you an idea of about the size of the rooms and a little bit about what the furnishings might look like. That's all for now for this full tour of Disney's Contemporary Resort here at Walt Disney World. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave us a comment Let us know what you think. Let us know if you've stayed here before. Also, let us know if we missed anything. This wasn't meant to be an absolutely exhaustive tour. I know we didn't show the fitness center and a couple other things here and there, but we did try and show everything that we possibly could and just give you an overall lay of the land and at least give you enough of a look at this resort so that you can decide if you want to stay here or not. And when you do stay here, you'll be prepared for everything you need to know before you go. So thanks for watching. Leave us a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next video. Also, be sure to check out our awesome sponsors. MickeyTravels.com if you want to book your next trip right here to Walt Disney World. It doesn't cost any more than if you book the trip yourself at MickeyTravels.com. We also have Resort TV One Homes. If you want to find your dream home here in Central Florida, just check out ResortTV1Homes.com, and you can find that dream home right here in Central Florida. They are brokered by eXp Realty. And also, if you'd like to stay at a DVC room, which I mentioned earlier, such as Bay Lake Tower over here, you can check out David's DVC Rentals at dvcrequest.com/TV. That's David's DVC Rentals, dvcrequest.com/TV. So that's all for now, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. So for now, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye. Now that you've finished watching this video, be sure that you're subscribed so that you can get all of the latest updates. Also, check out some other great videos on our channel. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.